So Disney is going after Google. They sent Google a cease and desist letter because Google allows you to generate Disney slop. And I went to check and see if Google still allows you to generate Disney slop, and it definitely still does. The only critique I have of this image, though, is that I said meth pipe and it made a bomb. But, you know, it did everything else. So obviously, Disney does have some kind of case here that Google allows you to make Disney slop because it really is easy. There was no restriction at all. It just let me make that image. Now, Disney, in this cease and desist letter, is also trying to tie YouTube into all of this, which I'm not a fan of as a YouTuber. Disney is trying to claim that basically all this slop that's made on Google VO and stuff ends up on YouTube anyways, directly benefiting Google, which they're not entirely wrong. You can find AI-generated slop of anything on YouTube. It really is not hard to find at this point. It's probably a huge chunk of the videos on the platform, unfortunately. But yeah, when people make videos using Disney characters, they often just post it to YouTube. Even if people are using Sora, they're probably just making the video on Sora, screen capping it or downloading it, and then putting it on YouTube, because there's not much point to actually using the Sora app. Why would you use the AI-generated version of TikTok over just actually TikTok? And I really don't like that Disney is bringing up YouTube by name, because I really don't want YouTube to go down some copyright thing again. Like, there is enough copyright issues on YouTube as it is. We don't need Disney finding the infringing AI slop to take down too, because it will definitely hit other people that didn't make AI slop in the process. If Disney tries to force Google to make a bot to find Disney AI slop on the platform, it will hit other channels, like guaranteed. So I would prefer if they would leave YouTube out of this discussion, because YouTube's not the one generating the Disney slop. Disney, okay, thank you very much. But surprisingly, Google has made a somewhat public response. They basically said, hey, we've been working with Disney for a long time, taking down all those movies people pirate on YouTube. So hopefully we can work this out and Disney can shut up and not bother us. That's kind of the vibe I got from that response. Now, you're probably wondering, why did Disney suddenly get upset and send this cease and desist letter? You could make AI slop with Disney for a long time on Google products. Why are they suddenly upset? And the reason Disney is so upset is because Disney wants to make all the Disney AI slop for themselves. They want no one else making the Disney AI slop, which is honestly not gonna happen, Disney. Even if Google somehow blocks all Disney characters from being generated, which they totally could, by the way, even if Google ends up blocking all Disney characters from being created in Google products, there's still gonna be workarounds to make those characters happen in the same products. Like, you might not be able to say generate an image of Mickey Mouse, but you might have to, like, spell the name wrong or say a slightly different character. Like, this stuff is really easy to trick. These AI models are generally pretty stupid. That's also why they're concerning, because they're really easy to trick. There's almost no way to put actual safeguards in these things because you can just trick them. They're not hard to trick. But Disney signed a $1 billion deal with OpenAI for the Sora video generator. So allowing Google to make the Disney slop is direct competition with OpenAI now, because they have a deal. And on top of that, Disney wants to put all this AI slop on Disney Plus. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, in a shareholder meeting, basically said that AI is the future, and he wants AI slop everywhere on Disney. Like, he talked about AI chatbots on Disney. He talked about AI video generation on Disney Plus, like the website. He wants all of these AI tools, like AI chatbots, AI video generation, stuff like that, on the Disney Plus website for people to play with. So he wants a world where you go to disneyplus.com and type in Zootopia 27 and it generates you an entire movie. That's what Bob Iger wants. Bob Iger just wants Disney Plus to be the central generation machine for Disney slop. That is all Bob Iger wants. And I also think that's just a really, really dumb idea, because I don't think Bob Iger understands how much this stuff costs at all. Or someone misled him and say it's going to be affordable soon for some reason. And here's the thing with AI generated content in general. All of this stuff is insanely expensive to make for no reason. Like, if you generate a stupid little image on Google, it's costing them way more than what you're paying if you're paying for it. Like, Google even has this $250 package where you can just buy all the AI stuff. Even if you're paying for this, you're probably still losing Google money. None of this stuff generates any money whatsoever. It just burns through cash. The only reason it's burning cash is not a problem for Google is because it's Google and they have cash to burn. Like, why do you think OpenAI makes negative billions upon billions of dollars? It's because all this stuff is insanely expensive to run and it makes no money. You could have every single person in the world using and paying for ChatGPT every month for $20 a month, and they still would not make any money. This stuff is just way too expensive to run. The only reason it is currently cheap is because it's being subsidized by companies to get you to use the product. That is literally it. The only thing stopping these companies from raising their prices really, really high is the competition they're currently in trying to get market share. That is literally it. If only one of them were left, this stuff would be like hundreds of dollars a month, if that. It would be insanely expensive. So I really don't know what Disney's plan is here with all this, because they're not gonna make their money back. When Bob Iger puts Disney Plus slot video generation on Disney Plus, they're not gonna make their money back. It's only going to lose them money. I really don't understand the play here with paying for this kind of stuff. The only thing I can think of is that they're kind of salty about the whole streaming thing and being super late to it, so they're trying to make sure they're not late to AI, even though this stuff doesn't make any sense to pay for. Like, are you really generating that much value by having AI slop generators for Frozen and Zootopia on the Disney Plus website? I really don't think you are. Like, yeah, it's kind of a novelty thing, but most of the people who are buying these products and using these products are trying to make money on the video slop they're making. They're not just making it for themselves. Like, pretty much all the people on Sora are making memes because they think it's funny, or making content to post on other platforms to get views. That's it. The people using these video generators are just doing it for fun. They're doing it to make slop to post to other places to hopefully make money. That's pretty much it. Have you ever met a guy who just like, yeah, I generated a video for fun? It doesn't really happen. Almost any time anyone talks about video generation, they're talking about posting it online to get views, to get money. That's it. Most of the time, people are not making this stuff in their own free time just because they want it to exist in the world. They're making it because it might make them money. And if Disney tells people you can generate as much AI slop as you want, but you can't post it other places, no one's gonna sign up for that, dude. Like, what do you mean I can't make a video of Mickey Mouse falling down a cliff and dying and posting on YouTube? What do you mean I can't do that, Disney? And the only other thing Sora can be used for Disney is like making actual movies, which I really don't want. Like, I don't want the AI slop generator to be used to make actual movies. That sounds horrible, and why am I paying to see this movie that was made in Sora, okay? Like, I don't want to pay or see the AI slop movie. I want Disney to actually make real movies and then maybe have AI slop on the side that burns money in their pocket forever. I don't know. They can do that if they want to. Like, honestly, at this point, if Disney really wants to sign up for AI slop, go for it, Disney. Burn your cash, okay? Because you're not gonna make money on this. And for some reason, there's this weird notion that all this stuff will get cheaper, okay? This stuff will be way cheaper in like 5 or 10 years. And yeah, it'll be cheaper, but by how much? Do you realize the amount of money this stuff costs to operate and run currently? Like, AI data centers are running full blast all of the time without stopping. They burn through GPUs like crazy because they're never gonna break, and they're burning through gigawatts of power all of the time. It is insane how resource intensive this stuff is for almost nothing. And I'm sure the cost will go down over time, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to make it make sense financially. I really don't. And especially now, since RAM costs have gone insane and probably won't lower for at least 4 to 5 years, this stuff just got more expensive again. I'm gonna probably make a whole video about this in the future, but the reason RAM costs have gone up is because AI requires a ridiculous amount of RAM. If you guys saw PewDiePie's video where he made a local AI himself, you notice he has multiple GPUs, all with at least 24 gigs of VRAM. And if you want to run some of these local models yourself, you need like 3 of those GPUs running at full blast, taking up all their memory. I just don't see a world where this stuff gets significantly cheaper in a short period of time at all. It's only getting more expensive for at least probably a couple more years. I could be wrong on that, but PC parts have only gotten more expensive since this stuff has arrived. So I don't see it going down anytime soon. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new, and click on the notification to check out more of my content, and have a good one.